Hello, we are going to show you our EDO Accelerator using Microsoft PowerPlatform. This is for any economic development organization. We have custom built this. We've spent over 10 years refining this solution. You'll see as you come into this solution, you are on your dashboards. If you are familiar with the Microsoft Sales app, it reflects that in a lot of ways. But we do only have 2 shared tables within any of the Microsoft apps, so accounts and contacts. Here we have our EDO dashboards. You've got our activities dashboard, which is standard in the system. And then we've created leads, projects, BRE, incentives, and a stage statistics project dashboard. So you have a lot of options in here. I'm just going to quickly show you the projects dashboard. You'll see we've got a couple different charts in here and obviously our streamlined accounts here. So I'll just show you briefly kind of the navigation on the left-hand side so you can see all of the areas of the app that you have access to. So we have our custom leads and projects, which works very similarly to leads to opportunities within the sales platform. Got our BRE, business retention and expansion. We've got a custom built event area, incentives allocations with the compliance agreement and audits that go along with the incentives. Got locations and project locations to keep track of any locations you have to offer any of the businesses that are coming into the area. We've got some cool features in there. You can kind of see just the basics on this front page, what projects have shown interest in this location. And then our physical information area, which has an extensive amount. I'm going to make the screen a little smaller here so you can see all of the options of building basics, site information, utilities, and proximity that you can add to your projects. So kind of the most important area, the kind of heart of your system is the account area. So you'll see what that account is connected to within your system. So this is kind of your hub, if you will. So you see all of these different tabs. This connects to all of the different areas of your app. So I'm just going to briefly kind of click through. We've got relationship types that are specific to EDOs on our details page. I'm just kind of showing off what we have here. Address, pretty common. And then we've got our projects, which you can show what projects is this account involved in. Got a few charts to add to that form there. We use a lot of editable subgrids within the system, so you can adjust what you need. So if this project type was mistakenly put as an expansion, you can change it right here in the subgrid, or you can go directly to the record itself. And then we have what incentives this account might be involved in, calculating what the estimated and the actual are right in here. Another chart there for you. And then are they following the compliance within that incentive? And have we done any check-ins with them? If they have completed the project, and then it tells you what the last date was, what the last BRE check-in is, so that you can keep track of that, and investments as well. A lot of those are very similar with the subgrids. And then leads and projects is kind of the main part of your system. So you'll have a lead where you might meet someone at a networking event, and we have that form here for you. This is convenient, very similar to the leads in the sales area, where it will create that account for you and or create that contact for you. If you have needed to add them to your system, you can keep this all contained in your lead, and it will do all of that for you when you qualify the lead. We have a separate business process flow along here for the leads so that you can keep track of where you are at with that lead. And a couple of details: what event might you have met them at? What decision timeline do they have? Are they interested in incentives? Kind of a brief description of what incentives they might be interested in, and same for locations. And then the account address, again, it will create that for you and will push all of that into the brand new account that is created once you qualify that lead. So we will do that now. We'll qualify that to show how everything works. And it takes about 10 seconds for it to fully qualify, since it's doing all of those things in the background. And it will push us into the project itself once it is completed. And now we will be in the actual project record. So now you see all of that information has crossed over into your new project, and your lead has become inactive because it's been qualified, and that account and contact were created and added to this project. You'll see the project has a lot more information once you get here, because you'll obviously be working with them a little more intensely. And so a lot of the information that was on the lead is copied over here. but then we have the addition of some additional job fields, financials. This will automatically calculate for you as you go through. So if you save that record, it does total that for you. And we've got the allocation. So what incentives is this project working on? If they aren't working on incentives, we ignore that tab. And same with locations. So we've got what location needs do they have? And then you have the main location table that provides you with the locations you have available to you. And then the visits connect those two. So the visits will connect your project to those specific locations. And then we also have our stage statistics, which shows you what this business process flow is going through. So it will tell you what stage you are in currently. And then as you move to the next stage in your business process flow, it will add that new business process flow step on that stage statistics. And you'll be able to see how long it takes you on average to get through each stage of the project. And it's doing a couple things in the background as well. So it's giving us a duration on those stages. So now you can see that this stage was completed, and it tells you when it was first entered on and when it was exited to go into development, and then the duration of those fields. And it does that throughout the process. And then you can close as won or as lost, or you can deactivate it. Maybe they need some time and you want to put them on hold. So deactivate would be for that. Closing as won will pop up a custom page for you. You'll enter the close date, the notes, and then save. And you'll see that information on the general page show up so that you can see the actual close date when that happened. And the notes will also appear once those once it is closed. And the close is lost is a little different because you add that close date, and we'll say the notes, why it was lost. And then there are some check boxes also to help with reporting. So if there are common occurrences, we have a few that here. So there were some environmental concerns. There were some compliance issues for this business coming in. So if I save that, it will then make the record inactive, and it will also show me that information here. So I didn't put any closing notes, so there aren't that, but it will show that there were environmental concerns and compliance issues for this record. So when you go back, you can know why, and that record is still inactive in your system, and you are able to go back in and you can reactivate it if they need to move forward and whatnot. There's lots of other fun stuff within the system. So we've got charts and dashboards and reports that are custom built for this solution. So we hope to have you use it. Thank you so much.